Good day, guys. Welcome back to this channel. So, before we get started, make sure you support this channel with anything by using the super thanks, right? Subscribe if you've not subscribed, like, and also make your comments. I would love to watch out for it. So, we will take a look at this our digital world, acquisition rights corporation. We want to take a look at this our DWAC, which is Digital World Acquisition Corporation. So let's start with this moment here, which is 2022, early 2022, right? So we have been having it on the monthly time frame. That's because that this price has been dropping. Right now, I can't see the full chart. Price is still loading though. Later, the full chart will come out, which I believe. But as at now, we can see that we will start this moment since early this year, which is December 2022 or late. Sorry, yeah, which will start January 2022, right? So we can see that there's one movement we are making right on this moment, which is a bearish move. As most of all our stocks are doing, we see that majority of all our stocks are actually dropping, except for kind of like energy stocks, like other stocks that deals with oil and gas. They tend to have a bullish move, then kind of like a drop, bullish move also. But apart from those ones, we can see a bearish move on other stocks. That is one. Secondly, is that we can see this price is giving us a bearish move, which is trading below our moving average. So this moving average we are using here is 10 period moving average. Now we all know that once this price is below our 10 period moving average, then definitely this is a sell movement. We are to look to sell, we are to look to short this position, right? So this is a sell movement we are seeing on this digital world acquisition. So we take a look at this as a drop, and yet would be considered as a pullback on the monthly time frame. Now a drop has been made. Guess what we've got after the drop? A pullback. You can see this pullback. After the pullback, what do you expect next? A drop. So this is what we are having. So this is the month of December. December has given us a bearish move. And also note that this December itself is not yet over, and we've had a bearish move. So by the time this month will be over, we will see a further bearish move on this our DWAC. So for this month, right? So in order to be able to predict this price for this week, we would want to go to the weekly time frame. So we would want to know what this weekly time frame is before we actually, consider placing trade. There's one question that we would ask ourselves before we continue placing, before we place a trade on an asset, and that question will be, what is the trend for this movement? So is it an uptrend move? Is it a downtrend move, or is it a ranging market move? So clearly we can see that this is a downtrend move. So all what we should be looking for is just a setup to actually sell this, right? We should look for like a position or a strategy or a setup, anyone you want to call it, to actually enter and sell, right? So that is it. Digital World Acquisition Corporation, that is the work. We are on a bearish move. We see for each weeks we are having more and more and more bearish move, lower lows and lower highs. So this we can take a look at this as a lower lows. No, consider it lower lows and a lower highs was formed there. Now take a look at this. A new lows was made. You see that this new lows broke this previous lows, right? After the new lows was made, we had a pullback. This is the pullback that we've gotten. After the pullback, what do we expect next? We're expecting a further drop that will break these lows, right? This is the previous lows, right? So a new lows needs to be made to break this previous lows, right? That is why this DWAC this week we'd be expecting it to actually open and close bearish for this week. Notice that the week that just finished, we actually open and close bearish. This week that just finished, we open and close bearish, right? Upper week, the upper one, we open and close bearish, and the upper one, we also open and close bearish. And right now, we can see that this price is trading below this moving average. So all this are a factor, an indication that this week that we are predicting for, guys, we should also see it open and close bearish. So we would want to see this movement downward on the work, right? We can still see it is going bearish. Now that should take us to the daily time frame, right? We can see this movement on the daily time frame. We see the trend for this on our daily time frame. Clearly, this is a bearish move. Now let's take a look at this recent movement that we've made on the daily time frame. So this is the daily movement, the daily movement we've made on the daily time frame, which is currently at $19. So we would want to see this price drop further to the next one, which is $16. So we still have at least 18 to 19, or let's just call it 16. Let's just say 20 percentage bearish move that needs to be made on this DWAC before we before we might be seeing any, maybe any major movements upward, or the price will continue to go down. Above all, we would want to see take out this previous lows that we will talk about. We saw that this was a lows here, right? Before price gave us a pullback on the weekly time frame. So we would want to see this price drops further down to this lows and possibly break below it. But before that, we need to get to this lows, which is a level of $16, right? So this price is trading at $19. We would want to see it drop further to a level of $16. That is it on DWAC. Now, if you take a look at this recent move that was made, you can see this massive drop that was made here. And here comes a pullback, right? And again, a new drop was made. See that this drop broke this previous lows, right? And then we've gotten a pullback. After the pullback, what do you expect? We need another lows that needs to break this lows, right? So possibly by Monday, let's see if this price will actually drop further down. After it drops, then we should expect a pullback on DWAC. After this pullback, then expect another drop again. So this week we should be able to see it hit a level of $16. And if it does not hit a level of $16, then by upper week, let's just say a maximum within 2 weeks, right? We should see DWAC, which is this digital word acquisition corporation, hit a level of $16 in 2 weeks time. So I believe we should be able to hit that level in this week. And if we don't eat it this week, right, then the upper one we should be able to eat it. So we should watch out for this level for the weekly as analysis aspect of it, which is a level of $16. So we can also see this price is still below our moving average, right? It's still 10 below our 10 period moving average. So we should still consider this as a bearish move, and we should just look for an opportunity to go ahead and sell. Now let's see what this 4 hour time frame actually says. So clearly, you know that we will want to sell, right? We will want to take a sell movement, and we will go to the 4 hour time frame. What does this 4 hour time frame actually says? Is it going bullish? Definitely not. It is actually going bearish. We are seeing a drop on this our DWAC, so that is still an indication that we should go ahead to sell. So we will take a look at this as a drop, and here we will consider this a pullback. Guess what we've gotten next? A new drop that broke this previous lows, and here we considered as a pullback. Guess what? We expect a new drops to actually break this previous lows, right? We can go ahead, and if you want to be patient enough to wait for a pullback to occur before you go ahead to sell, then there's no problem. You can possibly wait for a pullback. Once the pullback happens, then you are able to sell more and be able to even make more on this movement. So DWAC for this week, guys, we should be expecting a bearish move. So watch out for it, guys.